Live your passion.
You can be anything you want. You can achieve it if you just believe. Take you to a place you can be yourself. Live your passion. Live your passion, yeah.
Heavy equipment mechanics maintain the big mobile mechanical, hydraulic and pneumatic equipment often used in the construction and surface mining industries. They test mechanical products and equipment after repair or assembly to ensure proper performance and compliance with manufacturer specifications. Meet Michael Matundu, a qualified heavy equipment mechanic employed by the Swakop Uranium Mine Company. This is his story.
You can be anything you want. You can achieve it if you just believe. Take you to a place you can be yourself. Live your passion. Live your passion, yeah.
Growing up in Windhoek, Michael Matundu, like many technically inclined boys his age, enjoyed dismantling his toys more than actually playing with them. This inquisitive and prying nature stood him in good stead during his days at Jan Jonker Afrikaner High in Katutura and the St. Joseph High School at Debra, where he excelled in the mathematics and science subjects, which in turn gained him acceptance at the University of Namibia for a Bachelor of Science course. While already enrolled, Michael also received an acceptance letter from the Namibia Institute of Mining and Technology at Arandis, informing him that he has been accepted for training in the area of diesel mechanics. Michael decided to follow his heart and said yes to NIMT.
I was doing a Bachelor of Science, that in mechanical engineering. Yeah, but first year is basically just science, introduction to science and everything. So it was not really my kind of thing. So I was a more technical guy. So I decided to go to NIMT. That's 2006, I think. So basically from there, that's how it started. I got us enrolled in the diesel mechanic field.
Michael excelled in his new training environment. Exposure to the production-intensive mining environment, where heavy equipment make up a key component of the production process, opened his eyes to a whole new world and affirmed his decision to enroll at NIMT.
Being a trainee from NIMT, it gives you a lot of confidence in the field, because you are basically having the opportunity to go to different companies, which you go do your in-service training for 6 months and 6 months back to school. And we're fortunate enough to be involved in the mining industry from the school years.
Michael has also had stints as an artisan at leading industrial equipment service providers such as Caterpillar and Komatsu, where he worked for 5 years before joining Swakop Uranium. This exposure has allowed him to hone his skills on various aspects of the work, including diagnosing and identifying malfunctions, the use of computerized tools and equipment, and the disassembly and reassembly of heavy equipment and components.
Working for Komatsu, you never had opportunity to be just a mechanic. We're sent for training in South Africa. That every year that you go for like a month or so, you go in job. You cover the electrical part, you cover the hydraulic part, and all that put together, you basically a technician. Yeah, you do everything. You don't need an electrician at some point. But where you if you are not able to go forward, that's when you call in for electrical expertise. But in basic stuff, I do myself. I used to do myself. Because a field service, you do everything by yourself. That's what's expected of you. Field service is basically you have your own. You are given a car. The car is your home. You work from your home. You go to any part of Namibia. They can send you probably in the north. They can send you in the south. In the east, doesn't really matter. Anywhere where there is a Komatsu machine or a machine, not specifically branded machine, but any job that is required of you. They send you there and you do what you have to do. Do what you have to do with what you have at hand.
Live your passion.
Anything you want, you can achieve it if you just believe. Take you to a place you can be your true self. Live your passion, yeah.
As a lead technician in the mechanical repairs workshop, Michael supports the foreman in overseeing a team of artisans. Efficient machinery reparations and overhauls against strict timelines remain of utmost importance to ensure machinery re-enter the mining process without impacting production targets.
Firstly, we have different type of fields in the workshop that makes up the whole workshop. We got boiler makers, we got welders, we got fitters, we got diesel mechanics, and we got electrician, which are also auto electrician. So what the auto electrician does, he does the electrical part of the machine, because the machine is made up of hydraulic system, electrical part, and the tracks. That's what we call GT, ground engraving tools, and all that. That's a different field on its own as well, but all these things together, they are all done in this workshop.
In engineering, nothing works without teamwork. Michael alone cannot make anything happen in this workshop. He needs all the other guys around him to give him assistance to be able to do his job. Now, he's still a youngster. He's growing in the trade. Like we always say, you learn every day. If there's challenges, sit around the table, we brainstorm the challenges, and in that capacity, he's a crucial member for this team. Having worked for Komatsu before, it gives him a bit of added advantage because he was more exposed to this type of machines. But when you if you understand how these machines work, you need an auto electrician and a technician to work together. Without the one, the other will struggle. It's a combination of teamwork. So I have a very experienced crew here with electricians. With Michael together, I have a winning team here.
Michael and his team assign a high premium to the establishment of a safe work environment and the execution of tasks against high-quality outputs and original equipment manufacturer OEM specifications and standards. Michael's wealth of experience and OEM knowledge, having worked on a wide range of Komatsu machinery and equipment at his previous employer, make him an important cog in the safety and quality wheel.
We have 38 type of machines in this workshop, which includes a track dozer. These are the type of track dozers with machines with tracks. Just behind me it's called the tire dozer, and we got excavators as well. And most of these machines that's in this workshop, they are Komatsu machines, so our OEM is Komatsu.
Appreciating the importance of the mine's wide array of specialized heavy equipment in allowing it to keep to production targets, Michael pays significant attention to proactive and preventative maintenance.
Daily inspection starts from visual inspection. The cab where the operator sits. Is there any glass or any dust that's entering the cab? The outside of the machine, the structure, is it okay? Is it any bent or broken steps that lead you to go to the machine? And basically all the walk around under the machine. Any oil leaking from under the machine, I go inside the machine, the monitor, and see all these data that the machine is giving me, any error codes inside the machine. If any, then I record it up and I troubleshoot the error code and solve it as much as I can. If not, then I bring the machine in the workshop for analysis and what's really happening to this machine.
Michael's work also involves grooming apprentices and less experienced artisans. Appreciating their own journeys and how others empowered them to become the productive, skilled and experienced technicians they are today, Michael and his team do so with passion and diligence.
These are all the students from NIMS. So as you can see, they got a job that they have to do themselves. Whenever they're struggling, the artisans are there to come and assist. So it's only them that are here. Nobody have to disturb them. Artisans on the other side, they have to come and assist. And this is the part of the development program that SU is running.
You can be anything you want. You can achieve it if you just believe. Take you to a place you can be your true self. Live your passion, yeah.
Mining operations are very labor intensive. In an effort to keep their workforce positive and constructive, mining companies often encourage employees to take time off and recharge their batteries. Whenever this opportunity presents itself, Michael, accompanied by his friend Sam, takes to Swakopmund's well-known angling spots.
This basically Sam. He's a friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine. So whenever I come from home, he's a guy that I give a shout out. And on a normal day, we go relax together and chill together at home. He come to my place. I go to his place. On weekends we chill together as well. And he's on a normal off day. He's my go-guy too. So we chill together all the time. So basically we're just going to show you guys what we do normally on a normal day on the weekends. That's one of my hobbies, that's fishing. And just show you guys how it's done. And he's going to be part of the whole team as well to join us, because we normally do it with him.
Yeah, actually that's what we do every day. That's our thing that we normally used to every day. So you guys, I hope you are going to enjoy it. Because actually, like myself, I learned from him. And the first time when we caught this nice caprio, this size, very nice and tasty. So just hoping that this time we are also going to at least to get one for you guys.
He is a cool guy that knows, jack of all trades. He knows a lot of things. Fishing, mechanic, what can name it. He's a cool guy.
We came at the wrong time. As you can see, the sea is actually it's a bit rough. There's no way you're gonna catch fish like the way it is now. So probably good luck next time. But you guys came at the wrong time.
Michael Matundu, a humble but focused artisan whose drive to succeed makes him excel in a demanding work environment. His story teaches us not to waste time comparing ourselves to others, that the best yardstick for our progress as individuals is not other people, but ourselves, that in mastering our work, we never reach the end. He is living his passion. Live Your Passion is supported by the European Union.